Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and take the crank out of the block because I'm going to send the block off, get it cleaned. Might as well do it while it's all apart, make it look good. I about messed up. I'm going to start taking these bolts out. When it separates, right here you can see the silicone. And then you can see where I have the engine stand bolted to. So I'm going to have to pick it up, throw it on a bench or something. Then I zip these bolts out. The ones along the crank is the E10. Then the outside ones, the littler, those are E8. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this up on a bench, then get these bolts taken out. Hopefully it's not too heavy. I'm going to try picking it up. Looks pretty light. Alright, so that definitely has some weight to it. Imagine this thick plate for the engine stand probably don't help any. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and remove the center bolts, the E10s from the crank. Now we're going to go ahead and do all these little E8s. Alright, now I gotta remove the bracket for the engine stand. Alright, got that undone. Go ahead and, I don't know if it's gonna, might have to pry a little bit. Looks like there's a gap right here where the starter goes. I'm going to take all these bolts out because I ain't sure how this crank comes out. I thought I was going to stay in the bigger section of the block, but it seems like it's coming up with this. Alright, got the block separated. There's your oilers. Imagine those can stay in there. This is just sealed with silicone actually, no gasket. I'm going to go ahead and pop these bearings out. Then the crank. is not held in there, so I could have dropped that on my feet. That would have been a bad day. So it looks like the rear main is what's holding it up. Maybe. I'm gonna go ahead and get this crank out of here. It's kind of hard to do while holding the camera. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pop these crank bearings out. There's a little hole here. Just grab you a pick, barely press down in there, and it should work its way up. Okay, so they're all loose. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a rag down back here, so I might reuse these. I wasn't planning on taking the crank out. And you guys can't really tell, but they don't look bad. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but this little cutout here, there's not one over here, so that means that you can only put them in one way. So make sure you line them up so you remember where they go. Then we're gonna go over and do the same with the other half. Same concept. Okay, now go put these ones back over where the other ones were. And then put them in order still, don't mix them up. Alright, so the way I got it done is the lower ones is for the lower part of the engine. So this is where the oil pan bolts to, it's the lowest part. And the upper ones are for the rest of the block. And they're just left to right. So this one, you can see the big cutout on the side. That's where these ones go. And that's so your crank don't go side to side. Kind of keeps it centered up. I do believe. I could be wrong. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and throw this back on the block, and I'll throw 2 bolts in it. Well, I don't know if I just send it this way, then it'll be clean a little better. I'll send it in 2 pieces. Might send the oil pan too. But pretty simple. So today is Thursday. I was planning on getting all my parts tomorrow and getting this back together this weekend. I went to AutoZone and pick up my valve seals, and it says they're closed till tomorrow at 5 due to COVID. So that means I am able to get the valve seals to the machine shop in time for it to be done tomorrow. So that kind of sucks. It'll give me time to get everything gathered up and cleaned up. I also still want to do the engine bay. I want to get it all washed up and the transmission degreased. Might as well do it while everything's out. So that pretty much wraps up this video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment down below anything you'd like to see or any questions you have. Alright, you guys have a good one.